Could just go with you. Start with you, Coach Elliott. We'll go down the line, and if you guys can just make an opening comment about your bowl week experience so far, and maybe how it's compared to other trips you have.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank the Chick-fil-A organization for presenting. Just an outstanding week thus far. I think our teams enjoyed it. I know our coaches have, and we certainly look forward to the game against Florida State, anticipating a great matchup, and looking forward just to having a good showing and hoping to put together a 10-win season here in South Carolina.
I've really enjoyed the bowl week too. The events have been by far the best, event that we've played in or been to. As an offensive lineman, I definitely enjoyed Fogo de Chao, so that was a very nice experience. So, but we've had a blast and we're still having a good time.
Coach?
It's been a great week. I think this is my third Peach Bowl. Chick-fil-A sponsor now. Been well organized, well run. That's always very important to us as a team. Facilities, everything has been able to make it good for us as a team, and then the functions, I think the players have just been outstanding.
Travian?
It's been a great week for us. Everybody's so excited about the game, and everybody always talks about the events that we have going on. So everybody likes the play so far, and we got a big game coming up. So that's we're gonna end it with the big game this week.
All right, again, coaches, for the questions for the student athletes, please. Bring them back.
Yeah, guys, I'd just like to know your thoughts now, or what you think they will be game night, returning to the scene of what had to be a really uncomfortable loss for you all. What goes through your mind when you come back to this place?
I think that as far as we need to redeem ourselves, and it's the same environment as the championship game. So I think the team is going back in with the mindset that we need to redeem ourselves in the dome.
I agree with Travian. I believe redemption is the biggest thing that we're coming back trying to do. Is that we want to finish the season with 10 wins. So that's our goal, and that's what we're thinking right now.
Okay, right here in the back.
DJ, how impressive is it to you that Marcus has not fumbled this year, and how much as an offensive lineman do you appreciate a young kid who values the ball as well as he does?
Well, I appreciate Marcus Lattimore in general because he sure has made us look a whole lot better than we've done so far this season. For a young guy to come in and do something like that is very impressive.
Right here.
TJ, you're a guy that grew up in South Carolina. How much did you hear growing up, if at all, about the '84 team and what they did? You guys have a chance to equal it now, but did you hear a lot about them growing up?
A little bit, but to be honest, where I'm from is a very rural area. Most of my friends and stuff, they're Clemson kind of guys, so I get to go home and rub that in a little bit. But there's talk, and there's definitely some diehard Gamecocks where I'm from as well, and they bring it up, especially now more so than coming up.
Okay, right here in the middle.
Travian, now that you know that Christian Podner is going to be playing, what do you think about him, and how does it compare to some other quarterbacks you faced this year?
He's a mobile quarterback. He can pass, he can run. He's a great quarterback, and we're just gonna have to stop him whenever we get a chance.
Questions? Right here.
TJ and Travian, I'm curious. I know you guys got Best Buy gift cards as part of your gifts. Have you guys used them on anything yet?
Not yet. I'm still figuring out what I'm gonna get.
Yeah, I didn't figure out what else I'm gonna get yet.
Questions for the student athletes? Please remember to speak up. All right, guys, last chance. They got to get to practice. Anything else for the student athletes? Okay.
A question I have for both guys. Does the team, does it seem like a young group of guys? And obviously you guys have a little more experience, but is there kind of an element of youth, maybe a little more energy that you sense?
I don't really feel like, yeah, we are a young team, but I believe we have a good many guys who have stepped up and taken a leadership role this year, and it really, helped get things flowing this year. And I don't really believe that youth has been a problem for us at all.
Yeah, I agree. I think the leadership plays a big role in this team this year. We started it in the summer, and it's been continued throughout the whole year. So I think leadership plays a big role. And it was like all the young guys that come in, they fit in real well.
Travian, they just had Rodney Hudson in here a little while ago. Just talking about what a great player he is, and your preparation for going up against him, and
I'm just gonna do what the coaches asked me to do and just play my hardest. You know, he's a great guy, great player. So if I play my best, you know, it should be a good challenge for both of us.
Back.
I guess for each of the players, how long did you let that SEC title game kind of fester in your head? Is it still in your head?
I mean, it was a championship game, and it was a tough loss for the Gamecocks. But I mean, to me, it's hard. I mean, I'm never gonna forget the experience. But just the loss itself, we had to just let it go and get focused for this game.
I guess deep down it'll be something that we'll never forget. But you got to look past that. And, you know, this whole week we've been focusing on getting number 10. So that's you know, that's what we're doing. We'll put it behind us, but I'll never forget it.
Anything left? Okay, back in the back.
Just to follow up on that, when you talk about never forgetting it, what's the most vivid memory for each of you? What stands out about that game that you'd like to erase?
Score.
I would say the way we played. You know, I don't think we played as well as we should.
Why was that? Does anything come to light on what happened?
I couldn't speak on that. I mean, I really don't know why we didn't play as well as we did, but I mean, we have to just let it go.
Any more questions for the student athletes? Right here, Charlie.
For TJ, especially since you spent a lot of time with Coach Spur on offense, you mentioned the win over Clemson, back-to-back wins over Clemson, beating Alabama, some of your other big wins, and winning the Eastern Division. Have you sensed from Coach Spur that he feels like that this program has turned a corner, so to speak, this season?
I don't really know that he feels that way. I mean, it's definitely been an exciting season for us, and we've done some things around here that haven't been done for quite some time. So, I mean, I guess he's kind of sensing that, but he wouldn't let us know that.
All right. Anything else, guys? Okay. All right, guys. You guys can head on out to practice. We'll go ahead and take the remaining questions for the coaches.